Hello, brothers and sisters. I want to do a little recap of 2023 and all the great work we've done. Overall, we've collected and closed over 2,000 individual projects. Those 2,000 jobs represent about $1.24 billion in overall electrical work in the industry, especially right here in Greater Boston. The one sector of our industry where we're seeing substantial growth is the renewable energy sector. From EV charges to solar projects, some wind laydown yards for offshore wind sites, really booming over the past year and going to continue to grow and expand in that part of our industry. A couple of those jobs that we saw as wins in 2023 was the Quincy MBTA bus electrification project. That's a massive $60 million of electrical work for the MBTA to transfer over from gas-powered buses to electric buses. We're also going to do that work in Cambridge for another bus electrification project. Also in Boston, the Boston Public Schools are going to start to transfer all their gas-powered buses and diesel buses over to electric. And some of the infrastructure work that we're doing, after the Big Dig opened 20 years ago, those lighting systems need replacement. And Local 103 members and contractors are working on those projects, relighting all the tunnels underneath the city of Boston, from the two airport tunnels to the Tip O'Neill tunnel that runs underneath downtown Boston, to the Prudential Center tunnel lighting projects as well. Over $100 million in lighting projects for Local 103 contractors and members to be working on. Also, as part of Boston's transportation infrastructure is a demand to build around transportation hubs. One of the biggest hubs that we have is South Station. It's a 3-building project. It's going to take over 5 years to construct. The tower that's going up now is 51 stories. There's going to be office space, residential condominium units, almost 200 of those, plus hotels. So residential happens to be another sector of our industry where we're really, really strong at. We're seeing residential projects pop up all over the city of Boston, some to the north, like Somerville, the Clarendon projects. That's a project that we've chased down for the past 5 or 6 years. Our contractors and members are working on the Beck residential project up in Haverhill. Great project for Local 103. Just another example of how we're winning work outside the core Boston market. And residential's been a strong way of doing that. So the hospitals, the healthcare facilities have always been an economic engine for the contractors of Local 103. One job in particular, a children's hospital project out in Needham, Mass. It's a great job for our members to be out there, outside the city, out in the outskirts, working on projects like that. We're grateful to have those hospitals here, and we're grateful to have good projects like Children's Hospital. Local 103 members have long relied on colleges and universities in Greater Boston to keep them going. What we're also doing today that we haven't done in a long time is we're getting back into the public market for smaller schools like elementary schools and middle schools, anywhere from Boston out to the suburbs. Our organizing efforts have really helped us gain an advantage when it comes to doing school work outside of our core markets. The life science industry has been one of the strongest sectors that we've seen work and growth over the past 5, 6, 7 years. 2023 was no different. We closed out almost $300 million worth of electrical work in the life science sector. We have the Center for Life Sciences. We have Harvard Enterprise Research Campus coming up. We have buildings, life science buildings in Somerville and Cambridge. And that work is going to be performed over the course of the next few years. We're up to over $1.24 billion closed in 2023. And that's work we're going to see in 2024 and 2025. So the sky's the limit. We're going to keep chasing this work. We're going to keep tracking these projects. We're going to keep closing out and celebrating our wins as we go forward. But I just thought it was great to share some of this great news with all of you. Look forward to a productive 2024. I'm Lou Antonellis, the business manager of Local 103. Thanks again for listening. Let's get to work.